recorded live in Jacksonville, Florida. This is Trivia Warfare. More than just a pub quiz, Trivia Warfare is your gateway to a worldwide trivia community. Join your hosts, Jonathan.
We just described Ric Flair as Neanderthal Man and Planet of the Apes.
Chris.
Yo, we going down to Sesame Street.
That's your impression of hardcore rap?
Carmela.
That would irritate the hell out. I'm like, I just want my groceries. My ice cream is melting.
Ben.
4 halogens in that list. Oh my God.
You were like, it's not the halogens. I'm like, no, Ben, no.
Those damn halogens got me again.
And the rest of the Trivia Warfare Army for another week of fun and games. Now here's your host, Jonathan Oakes.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Trivial Warfare. I am not Jonathan, as you can tell. My name is Zahkia Mendoza, and I'm here today with a very special member of the OMG family, Kittens Inspired by Kittens, Kit Sekelsky. Hello, Kit. How are you?
Hello. Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, March 8th is International Women's Day, but we're past that. But luckily, we have an entire Women's History Month to celebrate. Do something special for the ladies of the world, as Flight of the Conchords would say. So, we have some great guests with us today. First up, we have Robyn Hardy. How are you, Robyn?
Hey, doing well. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. We also have Courtney Shah in the house. Hi, Courtney.
Hello there.
Hi. And last but not least, we have Heather Daugherty.
Hi, all.
Here
Happy
today.
and excited to be here.
Hi. I want to get to know each of you a little bit better. Robyn, we'll start with you. Tell everybody where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
My name is Robyn. I'm from New Orleans, but I currently live in Oslo, Norway. I'm a historian, and I work at the Norwegian Nobel Institute here in Oslo. I'm not sure if this is fun or just bizarre, but I occasionally dabble in some acting jobs. And recently I did a commercial that required me to wear large prosthetic ears. It was for a local bank, and the gimmick was like, we're the bank that really listens to our customers, you know. And it was a new territory for me. And after the shoot was over, they let me keep the ears. So somewhere in my house, I have a Ziploc baggie with large silicone ears that were cast from my own ears. So again, not sure if it's fun or just weird, but
Why
that's
not?
what I
You
got.
put 2 in the company with Leonard Nimoy, so that's cool.
Hey, there you go.
I was going to ask if Norwegian ads are funnier than American ones, but it sounds like yes.
They can be. They can be.
Next up, we have Courtney. So tell everyone where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
Hi, I'm Courtney, and I'm from Portland, Oregon. And I am a history teacher at a community college. And so hearing that Robyn is a historian just makes my heart sing. And also on the Robyn front, a little quirky fact about me is that I took a trip to Scandinavia last summer, which was wonderful. And I did go to Oslo.
Very nice. I've never been to Norway, but one day, hopefully, I'll get to go. And finally, we have Heather. Tell everyone where you're from, what you do, and something fun about yourself.
Yeah, I'm originally from Federal Way, Washington, but I currently live in Kansas City, Missouri. I'm a consultant, and currently I'm contracted to the Maryland Department of Health for their COVID recovery response program. But I live in Kansas City, Missouri, but work for the Maryland Department of Health, the new world that we live in. Something fun about myself, my boyfriend and I do trivia at this local German beer hall every weekend, and our team name is a different, very specific, like, German beer hall pun. So far, we've come up with 42 different German beer hall puns. I'm waiting for the day when we've run out. A few of them, I think we had sausage fest beer, Renee Pretzelweger. I didn't say they were all good, but, we do try. So
I mean, those are pretty good. I am terrible at thinking of puns on the top of my head. So kudos to you. You're doing better than I would in that situation.
It's starting to get stressful, to be honest with you.
I feel like at this point you could probably go back to one of the earlier ones and just like hope that like it was a different crowd there that night.
Yeah. Yeah.
Reduce, reuse, recycle. That always works. So it looks like we have an awesome group of guests today. Maybe like some edges in the game. That's a little bit of foreshadowing for you. But let's just get started with Warm It Up, Chris.
It's time to warm it up on Trivial Warfare today. And there's only one person who can warm it up for the TWA, and that's Chris. And sometimes Jonathan.
Since Chris is a guy, I am playing the part of Chris today.
Warm it up, Christina.
Warm it up, Christina. Warm it up. I can't think of any other Lady Chris names. Kris Jenner. Well, we're not going to worry about her. So today's Warm It Up is inspired by the world of cosmetics. I bought a lipstick this week that I am wearing today by MAC. And I was reminded that every so often MAC does collaborations with certain celebrities. Sometimes it's a lipstick. Sometimes it's more cosmetics than that. But for your Warm It Up, I have a list of lipsticks with cutesy names that reference someone that MAC has done a collaboration with. I give you the cutesy name. You tell me what celebrity. A little bit of note that some of these celebrities have passed on. Some of these celebrities aren't even real people. And one is not even a person. So we will get to that when we get to that. But let's kick it off. Robyn, you're up first.
Okay.
And you have Queen of Cumbia.
Is that Lupita Nyong'o?
It is not Lupita Nyong'o. It is Selena Quintanilla Perez.
Oh, right.
Kit, you're up next. Pink Friday.
That will be, I think, Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj is
All
correct.
right.
Courtney, you have, I want to do a little song and dance.
A song and dance.
Song and dance.
I thought that was an
Liza
intro and
Minnelli?
not the actual name of the color.
Liza Minnelli is correct.
Oh, yay! All right. Nice.
Heather, you have 1 in a million.
I have no idea. Katy Perry.
That's not a bad guess. The correct answer is Aaliyah.
Oh.
All right, we're back to Robyn. You have A Whole New World.
Well, I'm going to guess Princess Jasmine. But
Princess Jasmine is correct.
Okay.
Redemption.
Trying to remember who voiced her. I forgot that it doesn't have to
Leia
be
Salonga.
real.
Yeah, Leah Salonga, yeah.
All right, Kit, you have Dream Lover.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey is
Okay.
correct. Courtney, you have Pure Heroin.
Oh, geez. I could make bad jokes on this one.
Make bad jokes.
Janis Joplin. I don't know.
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
It's Lord.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. I think that was an album title maybe, right? Or song title.
Yeah. That was one of her albums. Heather, you have Ronnie's Red.
I have no idea. Let's go with Joan Jett. I want Joan Jett lipstick.
I want Joan Jett lipstick. I don't think she's ever done a MAC collaboration, but that's an idea, MAC, if you're listening.
So
The correct answer is Veronica Lodge from the Archie comics.
oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. We're still in the tough zone. Robyn, can you get Dodgy Girl?
Let's see. I'm guessing someone British because that's something they say a lot. Maybe Victoria Beckham?
That's a really good guess. No, she is kind of fashion adjacent. It's Kelly Osbourne.
Oh, okay.
Bit of a dodgy girl. Kit, I think you might have the easiest one. Preferred blonde.
See, this is don't lead in with easiest, because then I'm gonna like second guess myself. I don't know. Like, do they do tie-ins with people that? I mean, I'm gonna say Marilyn Monroe.
Yes,
Okay.
Marilyn Monroe.
Okay, I just assumed that, like, because I don't think Mac was around when she was alive, and I assumed that the ones that were deceased people, it was when they were still alive that the colors came out. So I didn't realize that they were in the habit of doing collaborations with already deceased people. Okay.
Yes.
It was easier than I thought it was then.
I have this image of like a mortician putting on MAC lipstick on a body. Got a little dark there, but yes. Courtney, you're up next. You have Athena's Kiss.
It's literally just Athena.
That's the only thing.
Yeah. You did say one wasn't human.
An owl. I don't know.
An owl. Oh, that's a good one. No, the answer is Wonder Woman.
Oh, that makes sense.
Heather, I am sorry. I think this is the hardest one. But
It just makes me feel better if I get it wrong. So I like that intro.
it is the hardest one, I think. You have Mittai Pink.
Mid-tie pink?
Mittai. Mittai Pink.
I have no idea. Let's go with Barbie.
Barbie did have a collaboration with MAC, but she just called it Barbie, so I couldn't use it here. I own the shade Mid-Type Pink, and that was from Padma Lakshmi.
Oh, Padma.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Robyn, you have Supreme.
I'm guessing it's the lead singer of the Supremes, whose name is escaping me at this very moment. Oh my God. Y'all weren't lying about the microphone thing. Jeez.
She's the boss.
Not Tina Turner, but
Initials are DR.
Diana Ross.
Yeah.
Thank you. Eventually, I'll get there.
It's warm up. We're here for each other.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kit, this is, I guess, lane's perfect for you. You have Mimi or Kitty Power.
Wait, so or is in the name of the thing?
It's like Mimi / Kitty Power.
Okay. Catwoman.
You've hit the non-human one. This is Hello Kitty.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, when you said that one of them was not human, like my mind immediately was like, it's going to be Miss Piggy. So I was waiting for it to like sound very.
I would buy
Muppety.
Miss Piggy lipstick,
Yeah.
and I don't even regularly wear lipstick.
The crazy thing is, I looked through so many collaborations. I don't think they've done one with Miss Piggy. Okay, Joan
need to
Jett,
get on
Miss
that.
Piggy.
Yep.
Mac, yeah, pick it up.
We'll workshop the
Get
letter
on
to
it.
Mac when we're done with this.
Courtney, you have Royal Ball.
Royal Ball. Cinderella?
Cinderella is correct. And Heather, it looks like I have an extra one in here. So let's do Riri Woo.
Oh, that's got to be Rihanna, right?
That is Rihanna.
Woo! All right, got one.
Yeah. And I will just throw out the last one just to anybody. It's True Love's Kiss.
Oh, Giselle.
No. This one is a
Sleeping
little
Beauty?
tricky. It is related to Sleeping Beauty. You would think it would be Aurora or Sleeping Beauty, but it's
Snow
actually
White?
Maleficent.
Okay.
Oh. Oh, I kind of like that, actually.
I do too. Maleficent is my favorite Disney villain.
She
Oh,
has a
she
whole
doesn't
Mac
get it
collab. So that was Warm It Up Chris, Warm It Up Christina for this week's episode. Hope you guys liked it. So, this is going to be episode 420 of Trivial Warfare. There are no Mary Jane or marijuana tie-ins or jokes here because I couldn't think anything outside of my mom. Shout out, Mom, I love you. But episode 420 means I think we're on the main feed, right? Yeah, on the main feed. If you like what you're hearing and you want to hear more of it, be sure to go to trivialwarfarearmy.com. That's where you can sign up to support the show and get access to all of our old archived episodes. And don't forget, you can play along with today's game with the ladies on the Triviamatic app. Just download Triviamatic app to your phone. And once you start, you'll hit the play now button and enter this code.
663-494. 663-494.
So you can play along with today's game. And speaking of today's game, we've got Kit and Heather versus Robyn and Courtney. Zahkia is hosting, and it's time to play the game.
Players. Oh, yeah. Y'all know what time it is. This is Mr. Literature himself, cordially inviting you to the game. This is 6 rounds of trivia goodness. 3 questions per round. Every right answer gets you 10 points. In the middle, we'll take a pause for the cause and ask a midpoint question worth up to 20 juicy points. After round 6, you can wager any or all those points you've been building up and take a shot at the final round. It's a series of theme-based questions we call the Gauntlet. It's just that easy, baby. But this game ain't gonna play itself, players. Let's get it on.
All right, friends, let's get started. Round 1, question 1. Your category is music.
Music.
Yeah! Music! What 2-word phrase was the unofficial motto of the Spice Girls?
Okay, I do believe we're locked in.
Okay, Kit and Heather, talk out loud.
Okay, so I had just suggested, is it just girl power?
Because I remember like some of their slogans, you know, like spice up your life and things, but that's obviously not a 2-word phrase.
Right.
It's like zig a zig ah. That's what it should be. Yeah, that does sound vaguely familiar though.
Song titles, yeah, none of them are like 2 words that really fit, but
yeah, but I mean girl power definitely it fitting of the theme of how they are. That does sound kind of right, but I don't know that for sure.
And with the theme of the episode, let's metagame it.
Yeah.
You want to lock in with girl power?
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Okay, let's do it. We're locked in too.
Kit and Heather locked in with girl power. Courtney and Robyn, what did you say?
I'll tell you what we want, what we really, really want, and that's girl power.
Yeah, Courtney said girl power, ? And I said, yeah, sure. So that's what we went with.
Very nice.
I should have had a poster that said zig a zag on the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
It would have been great.
So it seems like we're all in agreement that it should have been zig-a-zig but the correct answer is indeed girl power. 10 points for all. All right. Round 1 question to your category, embarrassing moments. What astronaut was offered 100 tampons by NASA for a 6-day space mission in 1983?
We can lock in with that, Heather. It
Yeah.
is for sure. Yep.
Yeah.
Locked in.
We're also locking in, yeah.
All right. Wow.
Or 3, 2, 1 it.
Oh, yeah, we could 3, 2, 1 it.
Sure.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Sally Ride.
Ride.
Yeah. Ride, Sally, ride is the correct answer. And that is one way to sing about her, but I prefer the 100 tampons song where they tied the tampons together like sausages and asked, will that be enough?
My daughter of fellow Jeopardy alum, Kate Waits. I can't remember if it's Wait or Waits, but anyway, her daughter did the song, the 100 tampons.
Yes. Yes, she did. Round 1, question 3, your category, Emmys. In 2020, at the age of 24, she became the youngest winner of the Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. She won the award again in 2022 for the same HBO series, making her the youngest two-time winner.
Do you want the actress, not the show, right?
Yes, I want the actress.
We're locked in.
Okay. Heather, the thing that popped in my mind was maybe Zendaya for Euphoria.
Oh, that does make sense. Yeah.
I'm not sure of her exact age, but the years feel right for that. And it's definitely an HBO show.
Yeah, and I know that that's been really popular and, of the time. So I think that definitely makes sense. Yeah.
I want to just go with it. I don't think I'm going to come up with anything better.
I couldn't think of anything better than that. Yeah, Zendaya sounds great.
Locked in.
All right. Courtney and Robyn, what did you say?
We also said Zendaya. I remember it being a scaled down Emmys, I think, the first time because of COVID. And I kind of have that visual of her sitting at the table and hearing her name. So I think it's her. So we said Zendaya as well.
So the correct answer is indeed Zendaya. Nice job.
Woohoo!
So at the end of round 1, we've got perfect scores all around, 30-30. Let's get into round 2, question 1. Your category, hopefully I got this acronym right, NAWSA alumni. She wanted similar rights to Susan B. Anthony, Alice Paul, Carrie Chapman Catt, and the like, but Ida B. Wells refused to be relegated to the segregated section of the parade when marching for what cause?
Yes, we are locked in.
Oh.
Yeah, because I thought, didn't Wells, I think she founded part of the NAACP. I mean, obviously also women's suffrage too. So
yeah, she might have been part of that for sure. They're saying what cause was she marching for? So I'm kind of, are we just looking for suffrage there or civil rights? But they're also, I don't think they would have had like a segregated section of a civil rights march. That seems odd.
I think women's suffrage probably makes the most sense for this answer.
Yeah. I like it.
Okay, cool.
Locked in.
Courtney and Robyn, what did the historians say?
Yeah, I know.
I spent International Women's Day giving a speech on American history to a group of Japanese visiting students at my college, and we talked about the NAWSA and some of the problems with race there, so we said this was about women's suffrage.
Your correct answer is indeed women's suffrage. Nice job, both teams. Yeah, I got both answers. I'm just, yeah.
We said that too.
We're good.
We weren't as confident, but we did say
it. Round 2, question 2. Your category, Grammys. Who is the first woman to win the Grammy for Album of the Year in 1961 for a recording of a live performance of hers at Carnegie Hall? No word if Renee Zellweger listened to this while preparing to portray her in a 2019 biopic.
We are locked in.
Okay.
I only have it narrowed down to apparently a white lady, based on
same.
Renee Zellweger. Otherwise,
I was like, okay,
that's a problem.
I mean, could it be I'm thinking 60s, Janis Joplin comes to mind. I don't. Oh, and then what's her name? Joni Mitchell is another person of the time, I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I could see Renee Zellweger playing her from a face perspective. But I think Joni Mitchell just recently. Yeah, that's true. I think Joni Mitchell just won some kind of maybe Lifetime Achievement Award or something. So maybe that's why she's for. I remember hearing about her on NPR recently, but.
Could it be June Carter Cash? Probably not. That doesn't seem right either. But it could be someone more country, like Patsy Cline or something.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Patsy Cline is not a bad guess, I think. Or I think either that or maybe, like I said, I know Joni Mitchell was kind of present in my mind for some kind of award thing. But I really am not super familiar with her timeline in terms of her music. All I can hear is the Pave Paradise and put up the big yellow taxi version.
Right. Yeah. And I think of her, I can't remember if she was at Woodstock, but I think of her as more late 60s for sure. I'm kind of feeling Patsy Cline, but I'm not at all confident about it.
I mean, I think probably in terms of timeline, she's a white lady who sings, that probably would make the most sense. Yeah.
All right, let's lock it in.
You're locking in Patsy Cline?
Mm-hmm.
And not white lady that sings.
Correct.
Yeah.
I assume you would want us to be a little bit more specific.
White lady who sings in the 1960s. That's more specific.
Yes.
I mean, I also said fancy English school on Jeopardy. Everything goes. Courtney and Robyn, what did you say?
Well, I was really glad to get the Renee Zellweger portion of this because I did not know it off of the Grammy angle. But once you said that, I was like, this has got to be Liza Minnelli.
Oh.
And when she said Minnelli, I said, that rings some kind of a bell. So, sure.
Well, unfortunately, 10 points goes to me on this one.
Garland.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it is indeed Judy Garland.
Oh,
Sorry, Robyn.
I let us astray. That rings a bell, but yeah.
They are related, but...
Yeah, they are related.
Wait, who's related to who?
Judy Garland and Liza Minnelli.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying to Renee Zellweger, actually. So I was like, okay.
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
Nope, not that I know of. But Judy Garland and Liza definitely related.
Oh, that's really interesting.
So round 2, question 3, your category, TikTok. What is the name of the TikToker behind the video series Days of Girlhood, where she documents every day of her gender transition?
I think we're locked in.
Okay. Kit and Heather, you can talk out loud.
So I don't know anything about TikTok, and I don't know the answer at all. I just know that there was like JoJo Siwa, I think, SIWA.
Yeah, so
I remember.
She's a person. I know, but I don't. To my knowledge, she is not trans. Like I think she is queer, but or if she is trans, then we might be using the wrong pronouns. But she definitely was a child star assigned female.
Yeah.
To the best of my knowledge, again, I don't have.
Yeah, maybe I'm getting it conflated. I have no idea. No, I don't know. I don't know TikTok, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I definitely don't follow TikTok celebs. I scroll through it sometimes, and I don't necessarily know who has massive followings. This is the best I have to go on. It's definitely wrong. I believe there is a trans lady that has showed up in my feed whose name is Lauren something, but the series that is being mentioned here doesn't sound familiar, and I also don't know if she has a last name that she uses, but the best I have is just the name Lauren.
Definitely better than what I have. Yeah, I've like I said, I've never used TikTok, so.
All right, lock in with Lauren. No last name.
Okay, Courtney and Robyn, what did you say?
Well, neither one of us are TikTokers either. We had less than nothing to go on, so we put out a first name Lucky, last name Johnson guess, and are just hoping for the best.
Just going with Johnson, not the first name.
Yeah, just Johnson.
Well, 10 points to me, but she has over 10 million followers on TikTok.
There's so many famous people that I don't know.
That's amazing.
Her name is Dylan Mulvaney.
Mm-hmm.
Very sweet girl.
Wow.
So at the end of round 2, teams are still tied up 40-40. Let's get into round 3, question 1, your category, sports. We hear a lot about the swimsuit issue, but who was the first female athlete to appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated cover as an athlete? She's a decorated Olympian in the heptathlon and long jump events, and was also the sister-in-law to FloJo.
I have meow meows on this.
Oh, I love a meow meow. So, guys are locked in?
Okay, so they're locked in.
They're locked in. Sorry.
Yeah,
I was like, I guess we can talk.
Sorry, yeah.
In my mind, she's also super famous, and I always get her confused with FloJo.
Is it Jackie Joyner Kersey?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I was pretty sure, and I was like, I think it's Jackie Joyner Kersey.
Yep. Lock in with that.
Okay, cool.
All right, Courtney and Robyn, you guys had meow meow.
So
Tell me
one
about
of the things that I did to buy food and shelter while I was in grad school was write little short encyclopedia articles for various historical encyclopedias. One of the ones that I wrote was on a woman who was a heptathlete and the sister-in-law of Florence Griffith Joyner, and her name is Jackie Joyner Kersey.
Or as autocorrect had it, Jackie Joyner Jersey. I was like, it's close, I think. That was all Courtney, though.
Like every answer, you're more impressive to me. You're like, I wrote like short entries for an encyclopedia. No big deal.
The next one is going to be
I
like,
made
this
$50
person,
doing that.
Like, she's my roommate. She's
That's
just like
awesome.
right there right now. You want her to come say hi?
I hope that makes up for the Liza Minnelli snafu.
Absolutely.
Well, it looks like both teams got the correct answer because it is indeed Jackie Joyner Kersey. Nice job. Woo-hoo. Round 3, question 2, your category, anatomy. Kind of a short question. What is the more common name for uterine myomas? Oh, goodness.
Lyomyomas?
Lyomyomas. Leiomyomas. Leiomyomas. These are benign, smooth muscle tumors.
We're locked in.
Okay, Kit and Heather, talk it out.
You suggested endometriosis, and it is, I think endometrium is something with the uterus.
I know it is, and I think it's the lining. But then I also think, why would...
Also, she said benign, and endometriosis is like potentially deadly. So it just occurred to me that it almost definitely can't be that. Like, is it some kind of cyst is another thing, but I don't know if I don't think it would just be the word cyst. I think it would be more specific than that because you can have a cyst anywhere.
I'm trying to think of other like uterine conditions,
that aren't deadly. And the problem is I usually only hear about, people with dealing with, I mean, not necessarily deadly, but, not benign things.
Uterine lyo. I'm trying to do a breakdown.
Yeah. Leiomyomas. That's what I've landed on.
Yeah, uterine cyst is all I'm coming up with here.
Yeah, I think that's probably as good as we're going to get. I can't think of any other condition, but so uterine cysts.
Uterine cysts.
Is my college band name.
Oh, wow. Courtney and Robyn, what did you say?
We talked about endometriosis as well, and then we discussed fibroids, which seem a little more sort of tumory, and so that's what we ended up going with, is fibroids.
I've heard of that.
I sprouted 5 of these when I was pregnant with my son. The largest one was the size of his head when he was in utero, and I still have a large and visible one. The correct answer are fibroids.
Sounds so painful.
Yeah. See, I've got the ovary
sounds
cyst,
benign, but not that benign.
That does not sound benign.
No.
Yeah, it was really uncomfortable when I was pregnant, and it's not so bad now, but I am currently trying to figure out how to get this one out because it is annoying.
Well, best of luck to you on that, because pregnancy in regular term, or in ideal circumstances, is not all that comfortable.
Yeah.
That's another thing where nature is racist too, right? Isn't it like a thing that affects people of color a lot more often?
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah.
And a crazy part about it is that, and I think it's when you were at a younger age, it affects Black women most and Hispanic women next. But by the time, I think I saw a stat is that if you have a uterus, you have like a 50% chance of developing a fibroid by the time you're 50.
Ooh. No, thank you.
We're sitting here with ticking time bombs right now, guys.
Things I didn't need to know.
Yeah.
Pass.
Sorry to scare you. Round 3, question 3. Your category.
This one's about mammograms.
It's about sports brands.
I'll take it.
But also birth, kind of. So, Allison Felix is the most decorated American Olympian in track and field and the founder of the shoe company Seish. Her company came to be after severing ties with what sportswear brand after they refused to guarantee her salary protections after she had her daughter.
We're locked in.
Did you say what sport she did?
Track and field.
Track and field. Okay.
Did you say you were locked in? Other side?
Yes.
Yeah, Nike came to my mind at first, but that's probably just because Nike's a shoe brand, and I think that they've done some unsavory things in the past before with athletes. So I think they all have, though.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think they all have as well. Yeah, the first two, I mean, not based on the story, which I hadn't heard, but it's some BS. The first two, just because they're, the first two sports brands that pop in my head are Nike and Adidas. However, I mean, I don't think they haven't done any unsavory things, but I think Adidas is based in Europe, where they probably actually do have slightly better protections for family leave and that kind of thing. I mean, this isn't exactly the same situation there, but yeah, I'd probably go with Nike too.
Yeah, and when I think of like track and field, I do think of Nike over Adidas, but yeah, okay, Nike sounds good.
Okay, lock in.
Just do it.
Courtney from Oregon.
Funny you should mention that. So I grew up in Beaverton, Oregon, which is the world headquarters of Nike. One of my first jobs was folding shoeboxes at the Nike factory. Everybody that I grew up with either had a parent who worked for Nike, and nowadays everybody knows somebody who works for Nike. So if you need a pass to the employee store, we've got the hookup, stuff like that. This is definitely Nike.
All right. Both teams say Nike. Your correct answer is Nike. And this is exactly what I'm talking about when I felt like you guys have edges and ins. You've got Renee Zellweger. You have someone from Portland. All these leans into it. So at the end of round 3, going into the midpoint, Kit and Heather, you have 60. Courtney and Robyn, you have 70. So I was so excited to write this midpoint. I forgot to write actual text for it, but I will describe it to you. So I was thinking about the names for female animals that we just have the general name for. So, for example, a female antelope is a doe, like a female caribou is a doe, a female deer is a doe, and all of them share that name doe. So I'm going to give you a couple animals. Some have more than others, and you tell me what the name of that female animal is. There are a couple that have multiple names, but just go with the one that they share. So, first up, you have my favorite pairing, donkey and crab.
Classic combination.
Donkey and crab. Next, you have crocodile, camel, elephant, elk, and hippo. In the third slot, you have cat, ant, and dragonfly. And finally, bear and pig.
I know.
Yeah, we are locked in.
Tomcat is a male cat, so it's the opposite of that. So yeah, I do like the idea of thinking of a simple name.
Yeah, I'm good to just lock in a simple female name that could go with Tom. I like that approach.
Say Mary, I guess.
That sounds good. So we knew you came up with donkey is Jenny, right?
Yeah. Our other locked-in answers, donkey for Jenny, and then you had the other two.
Yeah, cow for the hippo and the elk. My dad's elk hunting, so I knew that. And then sow.
Awesome.
And then sow for
the pig and bear. Apparently, I didn't know the bear one, but pig for sure.
Courtney and Robyn, what did you guys lock in with?
Well, Courtney knew Jenny right away, and we also said sow for number 4. Number 2, we weren't really sure, but we ended up going with heifer. I don't know. And for 3, we were also stumped. we really struggled. And she suggested queen, and I said, well, I think my cats are queens, but that's just because they're perfect. I don't know of any perfect dragonflies or ants, but we couldn't come up with anything better, so we went with queen for number 3.
I think I had 3 and 4 switched around, but you knew which one we were referring to.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
It's time to do the midpoint reveal. So, donkey and crab are indeed Jennies. I learned that one from my mom. I think someone tried to call her a Jenny when she was like young and stubborn. Next is crocodile, camel, elephant, elk, and hippo. The correct answer is cow. I can't accept heifer because heifers are specifically like cattle. They don't apply to elk or hippo. Cat, ant, and dragonfly. I take back what I said earlier about coming up with pun names because as Kit and Heather were talking, I thought of Katniss Everqueen because queen. Queen is the correct answer there.
Oh, you're kidding me.
Yeah.
Nice job, Courtney.
Yes, queen.
Wow.
And finally, bear and pig is a sow.
I used to call my cat Queenie all the time. I know that she was named after an Egyptian queen, but I didn't know that it was right on multiple levels.
Wow.
Yeah. You're honoring her in many ways. So it looks like after the midpoint, both teams picked up 15 points. So Kit and Heather, you have 75. Courtney and Robyn, you have 85. Let's get into round 4, question 1. Your category, funny ladies. Born in Manhattan in 1955, who is the first female winner of the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor? The 4th recipient overall, Robin Williams, Billy Crystal, Cedric the Entertainer, and Wanda Sykes, among others, appeared at the ceremony to honor her.
I know this for sure.
Okay, sounds good. You want to lock in?
Yeah, let's do it. Locked in.
Okay.
Yeah, we're
Okay, so
throwing out
I
a few.
don't know.
I don't either. Yeah.
55. I'm thinking Whoopi Goldberg, somebody around that era.
She's about that age, I think. I'm trying to think who else.
That would be too late for Carol Burnett.
Yeah, and too early for Tina Fey or someone of that SNL generation. But anyone earlier? I don't know. I mean, Whoopi Goldberg is as good as I can come up with.
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go with that. I'll lock in.
All right, Kit and Heather, what did you say?
Something that they dismissed as being the wrong age, and now I'm second guessing how sure I was. I was pretty sure it was Tina Fey, and I didn't necessarily do the math, but I know she won it, and I thought she was the first female to win it. But yeah, we locked in with Tina Fey.
So I was inspired to write this question after listening to the After Dark episode where you talked about Tina Fey. But Tina Fey has won the Mark Twain Prize. She was not the first to do it.
That's
the first person to do it was indeed Whoopi Goldberg.
Oh, nice, Courtney.
All right.
I wouldn't have come up with Whoopi Goldberg, so.
Yeah. Not to add more salt into the wound, but Lily Tomlin also won it before Tina Fey.
Okay.
She is a winner.
Them.
Not the first. Round 4, question 2, your category, video games. Toby Gard, the lead graphic artist for this game, expressed a desire to build a starring character that subverted female bimbo or dominatrix archetypes. His initial vision was a Latina character with the last name Cruz. The game producers insisted that the name be changed to fit a UK-friendly audience, but no word if they also insisted on changing her chest size.
We are locked in.
Yep.
Okay.
Wait, are we asking for the game or are we asking for the character?
You want the game.
Oh, okay.
We are locked in.
Yeah, we're locked in. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm thinking Lara Croft. It would be Lara Croft : Tomb Raider, I believe is the. I don't think it's just Tomb Raider. I think it's Lara Croft Tomb Raider.
Okay. Yeah, Tomb Raider was where my brain went as well. So yeah, that sounds good.
Or is it just no? Because I don't think I would be as familiar with the character name if it wasn't in the title. So
I definitely know Lara Croft is like the main character for Tomb Raider. I do know that. Yeah.
Okay. So are you okay with locking in with like the 4-word title, Lara Croft Tomb Raider?
Sure.
Okay. Or is it just Tomb Raider? Oh no.
I think it's just I think it is Tomb. I mean, like the video game itself is Tomb Raider.
Okay. All right. We're gonna do that then. I trust you. Just Tomb Raider.
Okay. Courtney and Robyn.
Yeah, I think Tomb Raider is definitely the game.
Okay.
I've been to Sim Reap. And I remember seeing everybody was always like crazy about Laura. Like there would be like cutouts of Angelina Jolie everywhere. And I remember seeing signs that just said Tomb Raider. So that's where I'm going in my brain right now.
That's better. That's better than I got. So yes, we're going to go with that. Just Tomb Raider.
Okay. Courtney and Robyn, what did you say?
Well, we immediately came in on Lara Croft, and then when we clarified that we need the title, we're like, oh, it's Tomb Raider. What we could not agree on is whether Tomb Raider is one word or two, but we did say Tomb Raider.
Yes. I think that's fine.
So yes, Lara Croft was originally Lara Cruz for the game Tomb Raider. And Kit, yes, Lara Croft Tomb Raider is also a name for the game. Either is acceptable.
Oh, okay.
It was published under both
titles. You could have just stopped us. You could have been like, shut up. If you don't need to decide the...
I started to get nervous. I was
so much stress, so much pressure right now. I just, wow.
It's fun to see you sweat. Especially when I know you're going to get it right anyway. Round 4, question 3. Your category, Valley Girl. Ellen Pao brought attention to the treatment of women in Silicon Valley after she lost a gender discrimination lawsuit against her employer, Kleiner Perkins. She then joined and became CEO of what company in 2014, drawing some controversy by implementing strong anti-harassment policies, including the banning of revenge porn.
Who would criticize doing that? I know. Everything's awful.
Can you say her name again, Zahkia?
Yeah. Ellen Pao, spelled Ellen Pao, Pao.
What were what was the year and the position that she has?
2014.
Okay.
She was CEO.
Okay, we're locked in.
Okay. Kit and Heather, talk it out.
Oh, this is kind of killing me because I just recently read this book, which I'd recommend everyone. It's called The Chaos Machine. It's really interesting, and it's about like social media and its impacts on society. But they talked about this woman, and I feel like it's YouTube.
Okay.
Because I think it didn't last very long, and I do remember there was like this huge harassment thing, but I really don't know for sure. I'm terrible with names, which is very a huge weakness for trivia, so not super helpful. That's where my brain goes. But then I did think of Snapchat too. I'm just not sure. I don't know.
Okay. Not sure the timeline for Snapchat. Like I can't remember when it first started. Like that might be like it doesn't seem impossible for like 2014 to be that. YouTube, I was thinking, is owned by Google, but I said in the chat, I don't know how business works. They might have their own CEO.
I think that they do for some reason, because I remember it was like they were really focused on like total airtime, and that was something like that was their main strategy. And I
guess I've worked for companies that are owned by other companies, and they have CEOs. So that's and then my only other thought is, would it be a company that like has a platform that has porn on it? That it would be, because I don't think YouTube itself has any porn. But
I don't know.
Maybe it does. Like private channels.
I would feel weird if over air I was like, oh yeah, it totally does. You don't know this?
No judgment.
Right?
But yeah, like, so that could be the other thing. Like it could be like Pornhub or YouPorn, but honestly, like out of all modern, internet companies, I would maybe be more surprised if one of them was headed by a woman, even for a brief period, because the world is sexist. Yeah. But you have recently read about her and your mind went to YouTube. So that I think is better than anything I'm going to come up with. So yeah, let's just go YouTube.
Okay. Sounds good.
Well, we floundered a lot on this one. We started out with, I don't know, do you? I don't know. And then sort of no idea. And then we started throwing out Silicon Valley. So we're like Google, social media like Facebook, Apple. And then we got Uber. And I know there were a lot of stories about Uber being very bro-y and needing to clean up its act a little bit. I was happy to go with that when Robyn suggested it. And so we went with Uber.
Okay. So Uber still needs to clean up their act. I don't think they've ever had a female CEO. Kit and Heather, YouTube did have a female CEO. Her name was Susan Wojcicki, and she just stepped down as CEO like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, because I remember she wasn't still, but well, there you go. The name thing.
That's okay.
Yeah, it's the name thing. However, Kit, in the beginning, you really captured the essence of how you would get to the answer here. You said, what kind of people would get upset over this?
Is it Reddit?
And it's Reddit.
Oh, that makes so much sense. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. It would be a platform where that kind of content exists. Yeah.
And then like people get angry when someone comes to try and clean it all up. But yes.
I still don't know if I would have argued for it if I had thought of it specifically. It all sounds familiar, but I didn't. I don't think if I knew they had a female CEO, I don't think I remembered it today. So
it's all good. Also, I agree
none of
with
it
Heather.
Is good.
Well, none of that is good. But I would say, like, I agree with Heather. Read the Chaos Machine.
Yeah, it's so good, right?
Right. Like, yeah. If you are into like social media, tech adjacent stuff, psychology, it's an interesting read for sure. So at the end of round 4, Kit and Heather, you have 85. Courtney and Robyn, you have 105. Round 5, question 1. Your category is literature.
Literature.
I love it. Teenage girls develop the ability to draw electricity from their hands, leading to the rise of women being the dominant sex in what 2016 novel by Naomi Alderman?
I got thunder here.
Oh.
I also have thunder on this.
Oh.
Locked in.
So much for catching up. Yeah.
I know, right?
They said locked in first, so it's The Power is the answer. So
Courtney and Robyn.
Courtney,
It was a wild ride, and I loved it, and it is The Power.
Yeah, she got it to me before you even finished the sentence, so I said, yeah, sure.
Hands and electricity. I was like, that's The Power.
It will also be a Amazon series starring Toni Collette and I can't remember her name, Aoli Carvalho, the girl who played Moana.
Okay.
It's going to be released on Amazon Prime at the end of this month, but the correct answer is
that was happening.
The Power. You can't see, but Courtney has put her hand in, like, I can feel the jolts on my face.
Maybe I have the power.
Maybe you have the power. All right. Round 5, question 2. Your category, where are they now? Colleen Fitzpatrick is a music executive currently at Netflix, formerly of Nickelodeon, but even more formally known as what stage name, where she released the singles Graduation, Friends Forever, and Smile, and sported bright orange hair. Like, by the laughs, I'm guessing there's like 30 now.
We're locked in.
Did everybody lock in?
Yeah.
On it.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Vitamin
C.
Vitamin C is the correct.
Robyn was on that super fast.
I had Cliff graduated from his manners class this week, and I posted a picture of him with his diploma and said, "Cue pomp and circumstance or vitamin C." So fresh in my mind.
Round 5, question 3. Your category: notable people. Aung San Suu Kyi was awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1991 for her nonviolent struggle for human rights, democracy, and human rights in Burma, now Myanmar. She eventually rose to power as the state counselor of Myanmar. She was portrayed by what actress in the 2011 film The Lady?
We are locked in.
I definitely can't name any Burmese actresses unless they're Burmese and I don't know.
Yeah, same.
I mean, I assume
honestly,
this is a Burmese person and not, I don't know. So I'm just thinking, like, will it be at least an Asian actress, like Michelle Yeoh, or I don't even have, like, I'm not familiar with the movie, so I'm not sure, like, how old she would have been as portrayed in the movie.
Yeah, I'm pretty terrible with actors and actresses and names, apparently, as we also pre-assume. I feel terrible. Like, the only, Asian American woman that I can think of actress right now is like Mindy Kaling, and she's comedy, so I can't really see her doing a crossover, even though I do think she's amazing. So sorry, I just don't know. You mentioned, what was that one person's name?
Michelle Yeoh. She's the Everything Everywhere All at Once lady. We'll just say that so we don't just continue to just name people that aren't correct.
Yeah, I just don't know. That sounds good to me.
All right, Michelle Yeoh, locked in.
Courtney and Robyn, what did you say?
We also had very little to go on here, apart from Asian actress of assumed a certain age. And Courtney suggested Michelle Yeoh, and I said that she's quite topical right now because of all of her award nominations and kind of breaking some records and being the first Asian woman to win. And so we could not think of anyone else. And we said, Michelle Yeoh it is.
This makes a case for there need to be more representation or more roles for Asian actresses because the correct answer is Michelle Yeoh.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, she's amazing, but there should be more.
Right. Yeah. There should have been more options for us to consider.
Yeah.
She's fantastic, but she's also in everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love her so much. So yes, Michelle Yeoh. So at the end of round 5, Kit and Heather, you have 115. Courtney and Robyn, you have 135. Let's get into round 6. The spiciest round of them all.
Was it more spicy those questions?
I wish.
Yeah.
But we can get into round 6, question 1. Your category is art. Cindy Sherman is a photographer whose breakthrough work, entitled Film Stills, is a 70 photograph depiction of typical female roles in film. Untitled Film Stills uses what woman as the model?
Locked in.
Okay. Courtney and Robyn.
Oh, great. We get to talk about something that neither of us have any idea about.
We've literally both texted just question marks to each other so far. So this is going to be lovely.
This is going to be painful. All right.
Okay.
We don't have any. We don't have any dates or anything on this, do we?
Nope.
Wonderful. Okay.
Are we thinking somebody sort of young and conventionally attractive?
Yeah.
Or are we thinking more?
I don't know if it's conventional women or conventional roles in films or conventional looking women, as far as the beauty standards of the time. Again, a date would be super helpful.
It is present tense in the way Zahkia phrased it.
True. Let's see. I don't have any idea.
I don't either. Oh, this is awful. Okay. I mean, we've already used our Lucky Johnson, so we can't even really go with that.
Wait, no. This
You can pick a common name that many actresses have.
Yeah.
Davis.
Yeah.
Smith, no.
Or
Jones.
Hayes. So Davis would be maybe the best there.
We're not going to get
We're not.
So, yeah, let's go for it.
Davis it is.
Kit and Heather, what did you say?
Want to say that the series is from late 70s, early 80s. I could be slightly wrong on this, but the series are actually self-portraits, and the woman is Cindy Sherman herself.
There's a reason why you didn't need a date in the question.
You're right. These are spicy.
Yeah. Kit is correct. It was out in the 70s. And she's correct that these are all self-portraits. The correct answer is Cindy Sherman. And
Nice
I
job,
had to include this question because it kept coming up in Learn It League and OQL, just everywhere. So you know what? It's in Women's History Month episode.
Well, art is my worst category on Learned League. So there you go.
If it hasn't come up on Learn League recently, I'm sure it will again or for the first time. But yeah, she like puts on like costumes and like makes herself up in the style of like whatever like film trope that she's portraying. They're pretty cool.
Round 6, question 2, your category, fashion. Can you name the centenarian fashionista, businesswoman, and interior designer who held a design restoration contract with the White House spanning 9 presidents and signed to IMG models at the age of 97?
Can lock in.
Oh no!
I like
Kit says yes.
It is spicy.
Well, I would say that the spice doesn't agree with me. I'm struggling here.
Okay, interior designer, right, for the White House for 9 presidents. That's a long time. And then
You should listen to her. She's a historian.
yes, long ass is a technical term, actually. We're still going at 97, right?
Fashion designer and IMG model. Jeez.
I don't even know where to start. Can we name some interior designers? Let's start there.
No.
Okay, so we got like not Cindy Crawford. She's not 97. Jacqueline.
Bissett or
I don't know, like Kathy Ireland.
Smith?
She's also not that old.
No, gotta be way older than that.
Jacqueline something.
She's 97 now. Would be born in the 20s.
Lived to the ripe age of 97. So has a reputation for being stylish. Not a long list, I don't think, but I would just like to at least think of one name on it.
Wintour's not that old.
Oh, she could be. Who knows? I don't think so, though. Behind those sunglasses,
Who was the one who created Cosmo? Oh, what's her name? Helen Gurley Brown?
Sure. I don't know.
We're not going to get there.
We can guess Brown if you'd like. That's
let's guess
closer
Brown.
than we're going to get.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Brown it is.
Kit and Heather, when I asked this question, you said yes. What did you say?
So, like, I would say about 5 years ago, I had never heard of her. And then she just started popping up everywhere, like in ads for like Ruggable on Facebook and like other, like in like a book, like this is like a retrospective. I'm going to feel really bad bringing this up if it was an episode you were on, Courtney, but she was a triple stumper in the last Tournament of Champions. Iris Apfel.
I was not on that episode, so I feel better.
Okay. I'm glad. I no longer feel bad about bringing it up.
I wasn't going to get that.
Hanging in there strong at 101 years old. Your correct answer is Iris Apfel.
I don't know if it was when she got the modeling contract or what, but like I had never heard of her, and then just like she's in my Instagram feed like everywhere. I don't know. I don't know what happened.
Great job, y'all. That was
good get.
And to answer your question a little bit, Kit, I think she started appearing in online ads after she signed with IMG. Yeah. But before that, she modeled for Vogue Italia and Kate Spade and Mac. And they're like, oh, this she's got the goods.
She has like really big, like thick, like iconic glasses or like I think the reason I like recognize her when she pops up in things.
So, round 6, question 3, your category, YouTube. It is related to YouTube this time.
I'm feeling so much shame.
You might be fine. You might be fine. Natalie Wynn makes opulent, philosophical, long-form video essays on high-concept topics like beauty, envy, justice, shame, canceling, among others, on what YouTube channel?
What's the name again?
Natalie Wynn.
All right, we're locked in.
You just beat us to it. I know this one. I feel good. I feel strong. These are gorgeous videos.
You guys were the ones that locked in.
Yeah, I said locked in. Sorry.
Robyn said locked in. I mean, if you want to give us the answer before we lock in, I would love to hide right now, and we have no idea.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the additional information that they are gorgeous videos.
I know it now instantly.
This is not the area of YouTube that I go down. If you look at the algorithm knows what I want on YouTube, and it is British comedian panel shows, and it is reviews of fountain pens, and there is nothing else in my feed. So
I only look up stuff for cooking. So yeah, I don't know. Natalie Nguyen is her name. I can. Nguyen wins. I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of like a. Yeah, I don't know.
Win wins. That's the answer.
Win wins.
Yep,
that's
I like
rocking in. All right, Courtney and Robyn, what did you say?
Courtney, you take this one.
I'm a fan. I like this channel quite a lot, and Natalie Wynn is a just beautiful, statuesque settings, costume, everything. It's gorgeous. This is ContraPoints.
The correct answer is indeed ContraPoints. I think.
Our turn to be like, okay, that's a thing. Got it.
I didn't know it either. That was all Courtney.
Well, no, this is good because after the last two of having no idea, I was going into my little shame spiral, and this brought me out of it, so that's good.
Yeah, Natalie Wynn is the closest thing. I don't know what a philosopher is in a modern day type thing, but I would maybe call Natalie Wynn a modern day philosopher. I love her videos, and she can just say something, and I have to stop and take notes. I love her so much. So yes, ContraPoints is the correct answer there. And at the end of round 6, before we get into the gauntlet, Kit and Heather, you have 135. Courtney and Robyn, you have 145. Ooh. Wow. So, okay, the gauntlet needs a little bit of explanation. Your gauntlet category is who run the world? Girls. And I will give you that the answer to everything in the gauntlet will be a country that has had at least 4 female heads of government.
Okay.
Little extra theming around the gauntlet today. So it is time for wagers. I don't know if I said that, but you guys, is your wager locked in?
Ours is.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
We're just about there. Yeah, I think we have it.
Our wager's locked in.
Okay. The first question in your gauntlet, in the category, who run the world? Girls. This country has one of the lowest crime rates in the world and currently ranks first on the OECD Better Life Index, Index of Public Integrity, the Freedom Index, and the Democracy Index. Of its nearly 5.5 million people, most belong to one ethnic group, but it has Polish, Lithuanian, Somali, Pakistani, and Swedish minorities.
You want to go with the first thing we said?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Locked in.
All right, locked in.
So, okay. Question 2 of your gauntlet in the category, who run the world? When this island... Girl!
If you ask us a question, we're going to answer it.
This is trivia. Come on.
I'll make sure that we really get it on the third question of the gauntlet. Just like, yeah, we'll hit it. So your second question. When this island nation elected a woman as prime minister in 1960, it was the first time in the world's history that a country had a female head of government and a female head of state, who was Queen Elizabeth II.
All right. Yeah, let's lock that in.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I agree with you, Robyn.
Okay, yeah, I remember because it is in what was the British Empire at that point.
Mm-hmm.
It is an island nation, and I'm pretty sure that I looked at a fact or two yesterday that lines up with that. So
that sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that. Locked in.
Okay. Third question of your gauntlet. Who run the world? Girls. Yes, nice. With a population exceeding 165 million people, this country is one of the most population dense in the world. It is also the world's third largest Muslim majority country. All right, friends, we're going to need some answers.
But I don't have one.
We're stuck with a 50-50, I think.
We'll lock it with that. All right.
Okay.
Okay, then we're locking in. All right.
Let's collect some answers. So the first country with the lowest crime rate, we're all the firsts, and the nearly 5.5 million people. Kit and Heather, what did you say?
We went with Finland. We also thought briefly about Norway, but then thought that Robyn would have just immediately locked in if it was Norway. So we said Finland. But also I think the other stuff lined up with Finland, maybe a little bit more.
Courtney and Robyn, what did you say?
Well, we went with Norway.
Oh, no.
Because I know the population is accurate, and I said I know that Norway has immigrant communities from the places that were mentioned. However, I could only think of 2 female heads of state, so I wasn't 100% on it. So I guess we'll find out.
Great. Your question 2. The island nation that elected a woman as prime minister in 1960 with the first female head of government and the female head of state. Courtney and Robyn, what did you say?
We went with Sri Lanka, or as it used to be known as, Ceylon. Pulling my Wayne's World knowledge out there.
Kit and Heather, what did you say?
Yeah, we said Sri Lanka as well. That was just something that popped in my head in terms of first female leaders and island nation, and then, of course, under the Queen as well. So it just all seemed to line up.
The third one, with the population exceeding 165 million people, the population dense with the third largest Muslim majority. Kit and Heather, what did you say?
Yeah, we went back and forth. It was really tough because we were kind of torn between Malaysia and Indonesia. I still don't know. We were a little worried that 165 million might not be enough for Indonesia. It is one of those like female leaders that always stood out to me when I was in high school, though. I remember Megawati Sukarnoputra was like a female leader that I always remembered that name because it just stuck in my head. So that kind of gave me a little pause. But when we thought about total population and then population density, we ended up going with Malaysia. So we'll see. Or it could be Canada.
Courtney and not Courtney and Heather. Courtney and Robyn, what did you say?
Well, we ended up turning to Siri for a coin flip for this one. We were pretty confident that Indonesia was the largest majority Muslim country, and so we were kind of between Pakistan or Bangladesh. And we went back and forth and back and forth, and then back and forth some more. I didn't know of any. I couldn't name a single Bangladeshi female leader, and we could name at least one in Pakistan. So, and Siri also flipped heads, so we went with Pakistan in the end. But could be any of those, or Malaysia. I don't know.
Kit brought up Pakistan too, so I'm gonna feel really bad.
So I'll start with the one you guys agreed on. The island nation who elected a woman as prime minister in 1960 was indeed Sri Lanka or Ceylon. Both of them
Nice
are
job,
acceptable
Robyn.
answers. The country with the population with 165 million people is very dense. Third largest Muslim majority is Bangladesh.
Oh no.
Oh,
I
man.
saw Heather. You reacted when they brought up considering Bangladesh. So
I always typed it.
I didn't think about it.
Bangladesh. I didn't even think about it, but that makes so much sense. I feel so foolish. Oh,
Courtney, you're right.
And question 1, the country with all the firsts and the Polish, Lithuanian, Somali, Pakistani, and Swedish minorities. Your correct answer is Norway. And Robyn, you had me thinking, and I went and I checked my Excel thing because I did like a thing to whatever. It double counted the people for Norway for some reason, so there are only 2 female leaders. So you were correct there too. But
I'm glad that didn't make you change your mind. Not that it affected anything either.
Yeah.
But I would have
Well,
felt
when y'all
really bad
said
if you changed it.
When y'all said Finland, I was like, oh, I think Finland has had more than 2 female heads of state. Like, there are a
Well,
lot
and
of
the
Swedes
reason-
in Finland. And I
The reason
panicked.
that Robyn didn't lock in immediately is because I was trying to talk her into Denmark, and that was, a fool's errand on my part. It's like, oh no, I'm going to defer to the person in Norway, I think.
But also, if I'd gotten it wrong, I wouldn't have been able to go to work on Monday.
I think I also like my brain mix up. Like I know Sweden's in the middle, and I think I mix up which side Norway and which side is Finland. That might have also led towards me arguing for Finland.
I will say, Robyn, when you said, I'm in Norway, my first thought was like, wow, she has to get that question.
Oh
my
yeah,
gosh. What are the odds?
that we might have.
Yeah.
I should have thought about that as a hint.
The edges.
I'll take it.
All right, friends. So nobody got the gauntlet fully. So let's see what your wagers were. Kit and Heather, what did you wager?
I mean, we were down, so we couldn't bet to cover. So we were hoping that either they would bet big and miss, or that they would bet 0 and we would get it or miss. Wait, no, then we would still be screwed. Anyway, we wagered 11. That's what we did.
11. Cool. So that brings you to 124. Robyn and Courtney, what did you wager?
Well, we decided that there were really 2 possible wagers out there that we could do. One was 11, or that Kit and Heather would say 11, and we would cover that. Or we could go big because we were feeling good. We were feeling like this was a category that we felt pretty good about. And what's the risk? We're not losing anything. So we bet 126.
You know what?
Alas.
It's Siri's fault with that coin flip.
I will blame Siri for that.
It's all on Siri. So you guys end with 19. So with a final score of 124 to 19, Kit and Heather, you are the winners of Women's History Month.
Congrats, guys.
But we're all women, so we're all winners.
We're all winners.
Yes.
Good game.
Yeah, good game, guys.
That was a lot of fun, yeah.
Yay, I'm glad you had fun.
That was a great
So-
game. Zahkia, thank you for hosting this year.
Yeah.
Thank you. With Carmela. Carmela's in California and Aaron is in Phoenix. And you asked me if I was in Nevada. It was going to be.
Yeah, I just thought it was a conspiracy that all of the OMG women were in the Southwest, like pretending to be in different states, but actually secretly partying without everyone else.
I will be in the Southwest next month. So you guys got me. So it is time for shout outs. Heather, you go first.
Shout out to women, first off. It's funny, I just recently read Amelia Earhart's biography, and I was just kind of reflecting on all the struggles that all of these aviatrixes went through. And it was really inspiring, and it just kind of made me reflect on the month and just like the powerful and strong women that I'm surrounded by and lucky to know. So, specifically, I'll give a shout out to my friend Sydney. She just had a baby, and she's a lieutenant colonel in the Army, active duty, and just a really strong and impressive woman and somebody that inspires me every day. So definitely have to shout out to her. And then also to you all. I'm like constantly impressed, and I feel very humbled and honored to just even participate in a few hours with you all. So thanks for your time, and it's been really fun. And thank you, Zahkia.
Well, thank you, Heather. It's been nice having you answer my questions. Courtney, you're up next.
Firstly, I want to echo Heather that this has been a wonderful, fun way to spend a Saturday here. So I appreciate all of you gathering together, and I love that Trivial Warfare does these episodes. So that makes me super happy. And then as far as shout out, I'm going to say Partners in Health, which is an organization that is working to improve infant and maternal mortality rates. So if you've got a few bucks, feel free to chip it their direction. Partners in Health.
Nice. And Robyn, you are last but not least.
Thank you. This has been so much fun, and this is my first time on the show, and to do it with these incredible ladies has been awesome. I think it was a great game, Zahkia. Thank you so much for the great questions and for allowing us to have this kind of an episode. I'd like to shout out to my lady colleagues who are awesome and whom I adore and who make my job even more fun. And even though he's a man, also to my husband, because he's also pretty cool. For a guy,
Yeah. Also, like my husband is my test. I don't want to say test site. That's not the right word, but
guinea pig.
Yeah, the guinea pig. Like he knows all these questions, and he's going to be really excited to listen to you guys. So, Kit, I don't know if you get one because you are OMG
adjacent. Yeah. I think Jonathan usually lets me do a shout out. So I'm going to shout out my BFFs too, various women that I have played trivia with over the years. My former Geek Bowl team when Geek Bowl was a thing. Love those ladies. My friends in Johnstown, Gina and Sarah, are the best. And my local friend, Amanda. And those are all the ladies I'm shouting out.
Oh, like shout out to them. I sound so strange. I am tired.
It's because you secretly hate all of my. You don't know my friends. I don't know why. We've been on the mic for a while, and we've all gotten weird. That's what's happened.
Yeah, it's that afternoon loopy. I haven't had my tea. It's a thing. So, for Kit, for Heather, for Courtney, for Robyn, the ladies of the world, and I guess everywhere else, thank you. I'm Zahkia. Thank you for listening to Trivial Warfare. I'll see you next time.
Thanks for listening to Trivial Warfare. Be sure to check out the revamped TrivialWarfare.com as your one-stop shop to submit questions, join the community, and get access to over 150 archived episodes. Warm It Up was written and performed by Matthew Stevens. This episode was edited and produced by me, Joel Sharpton. For help with your podcast, visit ProPodcastingServices.com.
You said about your husband. I don't know if you meant that like he knows them because you tested, or he just like knows all about women's history. But last year,
to get you a man who can do both, yeah.
Last year, I had guest hosted for the Women's History Month episode, and I was quizzing my husband. We were on an airplane while I was quizzing him, and there was a guy on the other side of him that was just like answering every question, and he was like, I have a lot of sisters. I'm like, cool. You don't even need an excuse. I love this.